Okay, let's get straight ahead with this presentation. So, how to be truly successful in network marketing. You have to start from the right position. That position is having the right perspective. I want to give you a quick acronym. It's POAP, POAP. It stands for your opinion will affect, sorry, your perception will affect your opinion. Your opinion will affect your attitude, and your attitude will affect your performance. So if you want to have the right performance in network marketing, you have to start with the right perspective. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to be focused on in this webinar that I'm going to take you through now. So a little bit about me. My name's Jason Gregory. I've been in the industry now for over 10 years. My background is in business development in IT. I was in a middle management position. It was paying me a very good income, but what I found is that it was taking me away from my family. I could easily leave my house in the morning, my daughter's sleeping, come back at night after a management meeting, and she's sleeping again, so for that day hardly see her. So I was always the type of person to look outside of my job to develop an income, because I never ever wanted to be in a position where an organization could just get rid of me and make me redundant, as we say in the UK, or in the US you say downsize. But I also didn't want to be in a position where my children have all grown up and they hardly know me because I'm always working. And so I found this industry over 10 years ago, and I haven't looked back since. It's changed the whole dynamic of my life. I love what I do. I love helping people. I love empowering people to improve their own situations. I've got to the stage where I'm one of the international trainers with my primary business that I'm in. I've traveled all around the world. I've trained people. I've spoken in front of audiences of in excess of 7,500 people, which I would not have thought would have been possible if anybody would have told me when I first came into the industry. But this industry has allowed me to do many, many things that I would not have necessarily have done otherwise. And I have to say it is a passion of mine now. And you have to love what you're doing in network marketing. You have to find something that you can believe in, something that you can put your flag in the ground and build and go for it. And so that's why you have to have the right reasons for doing your business. My reason is my family, first and foremost. My wife, as you can see on the right hand side, right through to my daughter on the left, and my boys in the middle. That is my why. Yeah. Whenever I go through tough times, whenever I go through challenging situations, it's my why that brings me through. And you have to have a strong why. You have to have a very strong why. It has to be a desperate why. It can't just be, well, let me just see how this goes. It has to be, this is what I want to do, and these are the reasons why I want to do it. And so my family is my why. So you're here for a reason, and your reason has to be bigger than you, like I said. Yeah, it can't just be about the money. If you just see network marketing as a quick get rich quick scheme, then you are going to be sadly mistaken, because this is a business, and with every business you're going to have ups and you're going to have downs. You're going to have things that you're going to need to learn, and in that learning process you're going to have times where you need to be patient to make sure to see things come to pass. And if you don't have those patience because you want this thing to be giving you $10,000 a month in 2 hours, then you're just going to be sorely mistaken, and you're just going to be one of those people that are going to jump from opportunity to opportunity, never building anything significant, but always looking for the next new thing, the next magic bullet, or seeing that the grass is greener on the other side. No. Once you find something that you can believe in, you need to stick at it, and you need to build it correctly. Yeah. And if it's bigger than you and not just about the money, yeah, then you will have success, because it is something that is real to you. So what is your reason for building the business? You started your business for a reason. The reason why you're on this webinar is because you want to see how you can improve your results. And so there is a reason why you've started your business. So you have to cement that in your own mind, and you have to understand or ask yourself, is your why strong enough? Yeah. So you started a business, you found a business that you could believe in, yeah, and you have an upline, and normally the message in the network marketing industry when you start a business is first of all, make a list of around about 100 people that you're going to start speaking to about your business opportunity. And when you've identified those 100 people, then the next move is to then start connecting them via three-way call to your upline, so they can share their story and show a bigger picture of what's going on. After that, you're probably going to get directed to some kind of live presentation where they can see more information about the opportunity. Yeah, and so hopefully through those exposures, you're hoping that people will come on board and then join you in this quest for financial freedom and time freedom. And so you go through your 100 people, then what happens with a lot of people, they go through their names and then all of a sudden they kind of hit a roadblock because they have no more people to speak to. Yeah, so what do you do next? You have no more people to speak to. What do you do next? Well, there's a number of things that you can do. You can then start obviously delving into the cold market. So what does that mean? You can go prospecting on the street. You when you're out and about, it's called situational prospecting. Or when you're in the gym, or when you're in the supermarket, or wherever you are, there's something called the 3 foot rule. It says if anybody gets in 3 feet of you, then you need to talk to them about your business. Yeah, these are all strategies that have been taught in the past, and these are strategies that people adopt today. Yeah, and so there are pros and cons of doing that. A lot of people haven't got the character to go out and prospect on the street, but if you do, all power to you, because you can meet people wherever you are. I've been out and about, not wanting to, or not attempting or planning to go out and recruit people, and yet I've gone through my daily business and come back and be able to sign people up in my business. And so prospecting on the street is an option. The other one is running newspaper ads. Newspaper are a medium that you can use. You can run classified ads. You can run ads in local periodicals, and these ads in good papers can yield some results. I've run ads with my team in the past, and we've got recruits and people from those ads, and people that have gone on to do some good business. So the newspaper ads work. They are a standard medium that many types of businesses use to advertise their services. So you can use in newspaper ads as well. You can go to trade shows. There's many trade shows around there that you can go and prospect, have a table or a stand there, or just go and network. I mean, in the UK, there's one coming up this week actually, as I speak to you, and it's called the Business Startup Event. There's going to be over 10,000 people at this event, all looking for a business opportunity. So you better believe that's a great place to go and network and meet new people. Yeah. The other way you can do is you can go to local networking groups. There are many networking groups that you can go to. Like in the UK, we have something called For Network, and you can go to BNI, Chamber of Commerce, Meetup.com, Biscotti, all these types of groups that are available that you can go and you can then start building those relationships with the people in those networking groups. And they're all different strategies, and there are ways of making those strategies work. If you go there and just start pitching your wares, then you're not going to get too much success in those types of environments. So you have to learn how to network correctly, build those relationships, and then people that will then buy into you as an individual and then want to know what it is that you do. And so there are many strategies which I teach on how to network at these types of events more effectively, and I can always direct you to some more additional information outside of that webinar if that is something that you are interested in. The other one is flyers, or you may know them as sizzle cards, where you hand them out to people that has like a message in there, like fire your boss, or work from home, or when was the last time you were able to take a holiday, or are you married to your job? All these types of messages that you can put on flyers and sizzle cards that you can hand out to people. And then obviously you're looking for people that are responsive, who are going to come back to you from what you've given them. All these are strategies, old school strategies that have worked in the past, and to a certain extent they're still working today as people are still using them. And so these are all different ways of getting in front of people. You see, you have to get out there. If you don't get out there, you may have the best product or best service in the world, but if nobody knows about it, you're not going to have an impact on them. So you have to get out there. Now, those are old school methods, but there was also some new school in regards to technology. Now, I am not one of those marketers that say do not do old school strategies, just strictly focus on the internet. Yeah, I believe that there are pros and cons for both. And I think that when you're building momentum, like it says here, it's not a matter of one or the other. I think that you have to use both of them when you're new. Yeah, the old school methods plus new school strategies. So like I said, the wrong message is this. Yeah, that people promote. And I've heard it many times. Marketers going online and they use it to kind of suck people into looking at their systems and looking at their offers by trying to rubbish in the old school method of network marketing. But you cannot negate the fact that the old school method of doing network marketing is the thing that has established 6 and 7 figure income earners and is still doing it today. And so I think that the message that basically the two viewpoints is that you should solely build online and have no physical interaction with the people. In other words, just hide behind your computer. That's a wrong message. Yeah, that is a real wrong message because it just hurts people, because we are in a people business. The other one is solely build offline and don't get distracted by technology. There are people that will try to say stay away from the internet because it's just going to distract you from building your primary business. Both of these messages are incorrect. Yeah, both of these messages are wrong. Yeah, the fact of the matter is, yeah, firstly, like I said, network marketing will always be a people business. So you can never get away from the personal interaction that you're going to have with people, that you're going to need to have if you're going to build a long-term productive team. Yeah, you're going to have to build those relationships. You're going to have those one-to-ones. Those inner circle of leaders that you're working with that are going to go out and develop their own inner circle of leaders. You're going to have to do that. That's what it's all about. Secondly, if you start ignoring technology, you're going to die and be left behind just like the dinosaurs were. Yeah, technology is there for a reason. It helps us to get our message in front of people a lot more effective, a lot quicker than it did before. Gone are the days where you have to post out CDs and DVD-ROMs to people. You can get people instant access to your messaging through the internet. Yeah, so you use technology to get your message out there quicker, but you don't buy into the lie that everything is automated and it's just a one push button system that will do all your recruiting for you and you don't have to do anything. No, you have to have some personal interaction with the people that you're dealing with. Yeah. So the correct approach, I believe, is doing both proactive prospecting and reactive marketing. So what do I mean by that? Sorry about that. Yeah, what do I mean by that? Well, proactive prospecting, that's when you're doing the belly-to-belly stuff. That's when you're actively going out there here and you're getting in front of people. Just like what I mentioned in a couple of slides before. You're going out, you're speaking to people, you're at trade shows, you're putting the newspaper ads in and you're actually physically speaking to people about your business. You're in front of people. That is proactive prospecting. And you need to do that, yeah? Because if you don't do that, you're gonna dry up your check, because your check needs people, and the only way you're going to get people is by getting out and speaking to them. So yeah, you talk to your family and your friends, yeah, your situational prospects, you go to the networking meetings, all the things that I just mentioned to you. Social media, talk to people on social media, reach out to people, look at people's profiles. If you like their profiles, send them a private message and say, listen, I just wanted to reach out to you. I know that you're interested in XYZ. I saw a couple of posts on your timeline which were pretty cool, so I just thought I'd just say hello. Yeah, just reach out to people. That's proactive prospecting. And never forget this: always get referrals. Yeah, even if people are not interested in what you're doing, they may refer other people to you. So never forget that, and always ask for the referral. I've had many people that have joined me in the business through referrals and have joined me in the business at the top profit level in my business. Yeah, and yet the person who referred them to me never even joined me. So always ask for the referrals. You'll be surprised at what can happen when you just ask that question: who do you know that might be open to looking at an opportunity that they can build an income around what they currently do? Don't forget that. Proactive prospecting. Reactive marketing, that's basically lead generation using the internet. Yeah, and so basically what you're doing is you're leveraging the technology at this point that is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. So what that means is you're putting your content out there and people are finding your content and they're opting into a list that you are building, and then the list that you are building, it then allows you to then market to those people constantly on an ongoing basis. So you're literally using the technology to do the heavy lifting for you, so you don't have to physically always be sending out messages to people. But if they've opted into your list, you can write a message once and send it out to all of the people on your list to keep you in front of your list. And that is basically how you indirectly put your business in front of people, and because you're going to lead with value. You're not just going to be pitching them all the time your business, but you're going to be leading with value, so these people want to stay on your list and listen to what you have to say. Yeah. So basically it's not about just making money off a bunch of people. Yeah, it's about leading with value, but also it's going to enable you, when done correctly, to be able to earn the money off people who even say no to your primary business. Because the reality is this, guys: if you think that everybody's going to say yes to your business, you are kidding yourself. People are going to say no. Yeah, and so if you do not have a way of monetizing the people that say no to your primary business, then you are leaving a lot of money on the table that necessarily could have benefited you and added to your advertising budget. And so that's one of the things that can happen when you're starting doing the reactive marketing, because you're putting things in place that is now going to allow people to start being attracted to you as an individual, start following you as an individual, and as a result of that, it opens up the door of what you can do. So I guarantee you, yeah, the majority of you on this webinar, your uplines are not teaching you this. And it's simply because they just don't know. They are following the message that they've got from their upline, who have no concept of how to leverage the internet for building your business. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them for not knowing, but ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is expensive. So we need to learn the proper processes in order to maximize what we're doing. Yeah. So the typical message that most of us get when we join a business and we, from our uplines, to start promoting, is to promote the product or to promote the service. And let's face it, every company thinks that their product or service is the best thing on the planet. Yeah. And so if you are going to be promoting that message, you're going to be doing a lot of the same things that everyone else is doing. Now, that message may work with the belly-to-belly stuff in regards to you have a direct approach where you're talking to people and you're telling them about your product, you're telling them about your service. But if you are doing the marketing side of things, in other words, trying to attract people to you online, and that's all you're doing, I guarantee you that message of my product is the best, my business opportunity is the best, my service is the best, is going to kill you every single time, because everybody's doing that. You have to understand, people getting hit all the time with the same message about great products or services. They get hit on their phone, they get hit through text message, email, on their computers. And so when you are just doing the same thing, the only thing you're really doing, guys, is adding to the noise. Yeah. So people really do not care what you have. It's as simple as that. They really don't, because everybody is trying to sell everybody. Yeah. And so two solutions are: number one, be smart. Yeah. Instead of leading with your product or service, yeah, you lead with yourself. You see, people buy and join people that they know, they like, and they trust. Yeah. And so lead with you. Let you be the person that people want to be around. Let you be the person that people want to kind of help, and people want help from, should I say. Yeah, that is the solution. And so when you do that, guys, you then position yourself in a much stronger position to do what is needed. So how do you get people to know, like, and trust you? Yeah, well, find out what they need. And when you find out what they need, you can then give them a solution for what they need. Yeah, it's like you go into a hardware store and you want to buy a drill. It's not the fact that you want to drill, it's the fact that you need a hole. Yeah. So when you understand that you need a whole, the person who's in the hardware store, if they're good at at their job, then what they're going to do is they are going to ask you some questions. What kind of hole do you need? What is the size of the hole? What is the material that you're drilling in? And then when they find out all this information from you, they're then going to give you a drill to suit your requirement. And this is the reality of what is going on. Yeah, you need, once you have the solution for them, then you are now a person of value. Yeah, so when you even start delivering over and above their expectation, then you're even more valuable to them, and they're more likely to continue to follow you. Yeah, so give them a reason to stay in contact with you. Yeah, show them that you're not just interested in signing them up in your business or selling them something. Yeah, people don't like to be sold to. Just add value to them. You see, the marketplace pays for value. If you increase your skill, you increase your value to the marketplace. That's why. So how do you add value, especially when you're new? Yeah, so you have something that you're able to give them. Yeah, give them what they're looking for. Basically, 97% of network marketers, I guarantee you, what they're looking for are more people to speak to about their business. They're looking for leads. Yeah, and so they're also looking for an effective way of using the internet to develop those leads or generate those leads. Many people turn to the internet for lead generation, but they have not got a clue of how to do it. Yeah, so if you have got something to give them that's going to help them in that area, you become a person of value and they will want to follow you. Yeah, but you're new, so you don't have nothing to offer, right? Absolutely wrong. No, you can offer something even when you're new. Or what you need to do is you need to start using systems that are going to position you as a leader. Or basically systems that have already got the value for you to give out, that have already put the things in place for you to hand out, that have already created the follow-up campaigns for you to use. Yeah, and so when you're able to use those follow-up campaigns and you can give out to people straight away, now you are a person of value. You will be perceived as somebody of value that can help people. Sorry about my phone keep on going off, guys. Yeah, that will automatically enable you to put yourself in a position where you can benefit from the people that you're speaking to. But any good system will also automatically be able to promote your primary business as well. So as well as you giving the value out to people, you're also being able to get your business in front of them without sounding pitchy, without sounding salesy. Yeah, the reality is, if, like I said earlier on, if you're not able to get paid from the people that say no to your business, you are leaving a lot of money on the table that doesn't need to be left on the table. Yeah. So what is the power of a system? Well, in today's world of network marketing, having the right system to use is gonna be completely the differentiator between the people who are crushing it and the people who are struggling, because having the right system is the thing that you need. But how do you know what system to choose? There's so many systems out there. So many people tell you that their system is the best thing. The internet is a very noisy place. There's a lot of people that say my free system will get you X, Y, and Z, promise the world and deliver very little. Yeah, and so if you're looking at systems to use, you have to be very mindful that the system that you'll use it meets the needs of the network marketer. If you just go and get a generic internet marketing system, there may be a lot of things there that are not relevant for the network marketer. So the best systems that you want to look at are those systems that have been designed by network marketers for network marketers. Yeah. And so basically, there's really only one system that has been the go-to system for many of the top income earners in the industry for a number of years now. And that system is MLSP, My Lead System Pro. You see, MLSP, has been going around since 2008, teaching network marketers the strength of attraction marketing since 2008. Yeah, many of the top leaders in the industry started off as MLSP students, and now they have their own their own projects, their own businesses going, their own platforms going. They all started off as students within MLSP. MLSP is known as the online Harvard University for network marketers. Yeah, it has all the tools that you need, tools that would literally cost you hundreds of pounds or dollars if you were to buy them individually on a monthly basis. But not only that, there is years and years of training, strategies of everything that you can think of in regards to internet marketing for the network marketer, from social media to blogging to video marketing, straight through to pay-per-click, whatever you can think of. Literally, there's training in the back office that will cost you thousands of pounds if you were to try and buy those through external coaches. So it's time to break away from the norm, guys. It's time to start thinking better than you've been thinking before and going after the things that are going to change you. Yeah. And so basically what I'm offering you today is a chance to use the system up close and personal for 10 days for just $10. That's $1 a day, guys. Yeah, $1 a day. And if you are not completely convinced after 10 days that this will completely change your business, then you will get 100% of your $10 returned back to you. That's the reality. Yeah. So if you're watching this webinar live, you're going to get redirected to, at the end of this webinar, to an offer where you can take advantage of this. Yeah. If you're watching this on a record, then there's going to be a link in the description that again you can just opt into and you can take advantage of this 10-day trial. And so guys, if you decide that you are going to take up this offer, I'm also going to give you a free 30-minute training coaching call, normally worth about $200, and I'm going to walk you through some processes, yeah, if you decide to take that on board. So in conclusion is this, yeah, network marketing has changed. Yeah, with the advent of the internet, it has completely changed. And if you are not going to change with it, you are going to struggle. So you want to take advantage of technology. You want to use all the things that you need to do to build what you need to build for your business. Yeah, both old school and new school are needed for true success, guys. You need to leverage systems that are going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And when you do that, that's going to give you the freedom that you're looking for. And let's face it, that is one of the reasons why people get involved in the industry, is for freedom. Yeah, so understand this. Stop just going out there promoting your company, your product, your service. You need to promote you first as a brand. And if you brand yourself first, you'll develop a following. And if you develop a following, you're going to develop a people that are going to be open to listening to the message that you have about your company. So guys, network marketing is a profession, so let's go out there and be professional. It's time to help as many people as we can. So I hope that this webinar made sense to you. I hope that you see the need to look at the system and to get involved and start branding yourself. Because when you do that, guys, you will stand out from the crowd. Yeah, if you see what the majority of people are doing and you go in the opposite direction, you will get the success that only 5% of the people will get. Because only 5% of people will put the things in place that is needed to get those levels of success. So guys, I hope this made sense to you. Go and register for the 10-day trial now, and then let's talk once you've registered, and I will give you that 30-minute coaching call to get you started, get your system up and running, and let's see how we can help you move forward to better yourself in what it is that you're trying to do.